Welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thank you for stopping by to visit with me today. We made it to November. I'm a few days late joining November, but I'm here. I believe it's November the 3rd. Yeah, it has been a week. I've had some difficulties this week, and so that's why you haven't seen me. So I thought I would just explain what's been going on with me. It's always something going on with me for sure. Let's see. Tuesday we had our trick-or-treaters, and we enjoyed that. They visited for just a little bit. And then we had another visitor, and it just ran late. And then Wednesday, I woke up feeling horrible. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I mean, I have chronic pain because of the, illnesses that I deal with. But sometimes it's just really bad. Some days are good, some days are bad, and some days are horrible. And Wednesday was one of those days. I just could not get it together to do anything. I could not function. And I can only lay in the bed for just a few hours, and I have to get up. That's day and night. I'm up and down all night long. And during the day, I can sit in my chair for just a little bit, my computer chair at my desk. That's the only place I have to sit in the house. I don't have another place that I sit and, crochet and do stuff. So I can sit there for a little bit, and then I gotta go lay down. And then I lay down for a little bit, and then I gotta get up. So Wednesday, I just could not get it together. I could not do anything. I couldn't function. It was just a bad day. Thursday rolled around, and I was like, okay, I've got to get it together today. I have things that I have to do. I have to go places. I have deadlines. I have things to do. And so my little friend Zeke came down and went to the post office with me. So that was a big help. Although once we got to the post office, some of the boxes that we had multiple mugs in, if it was like 2, 3, or 4 mugs, the boxes were so big that it was going to end up costing me, like, some of the boxes were $30 a piece to ship. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And the lady was like, can you put these in smaller boxes? And I was like, I think I need to. And so she just took those off and gave all those boxes back to me to, go rebox them. And so that's what Big Daddy did last night. He reboxed those cups. And so I've got to go to the post office today to ship them. I'm getting a late start on my day. After Zeke and I went to the post office, we ran a couple errands that I needed to do in town, and we got back. It was pretty late, and I was just wore out. Like, I was just, I couldn't do anything. I was non-functional again. And so today, I've started slow and not tried to push myself, but I've got to push myself and get going. I've got to run back to the post office. Especially with it being Friday afternoon. Oh, I bet they're going to be packed. Wish I could have got up, went up early this morning, but it is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to try to get there this evening. If not, me and Big Daddy's going to have to get up early in the morning and go. It's only about 5, 6, 7 boxes that I need to ship. And so they're coming. They're coming. These are multiples. These aren't just one cup. Those cups have already been shipped the other day. Anyway, guys, so I am late getting started on my November project. Tuesday night, I wanted to make a complete square to be able to show you what I'm doing. I couldn't do it. After late company left, I was wore out. I couldn't do it. And speaking of that, our son Elijah came out and visited with us, and then I had a feeling that he wanted to tell us something. I had a feeling that he was here for a reason, but I didn't know exactly what. And so he finally got around to telling me just before he left, or he was ready to leave, and he said, I got something to tell you. He is moving to Hot Springs, Arkansas, probably the end of this month. So, yeah, I mean, gosh, we will be road tripping to Hot Springs in our future. Anyway, he's going to move up there and give it a try. He can always come back. Louisiana's always open. If it doesn't work out up there, come on back. And so, yeah, I wanted to make that square, but I didn't get to. And then Wednesday, I just couldn't do anything. And then Thursday, I was going all day. And when I got home, I just wore out. So today, I am making the center of my squares, which is a circle. Okay, I'm making a granny square blanket for the month of November. And the granny squares are sunflowers. It's a sunflower granny square blanket. Now, I have figured up what my size that I'm going to do this blanket. And I'm going to make 24 squares. So that would be 6 across and 6 down. Right? I start questioning myself when I start talking. So I'm trying to make 24 centers. This one, I don't know if I did some half double crochets and some single double crochets because it looks smaller on this side than it does that side. So I might make an extra one and chunk this one because it just looks off. And sometimes when I'm like talking or watching TV or something like that at my desk, I might end up doing different stitches. So anyway, you get the idea. I'm making 24 centers. That's what I'm doing. And then once I get these centers done, then I'm going to start the sunflower part. Okay, so we're going to go to my desk and make centers in just a second. But I do want to show you what yarns I am using for this project. I haven't decided on my connecting yarn and my border yarn color yet. I'm using a brown. If you want to make this, any brown will do. This is toasted almond, and this is a Craft Smart brown. Now, I'm not using all the same brand. I'm using just what I had in my yarn room, except for I did buy this yellow for the sunflower at Joann's. It's Big Twist. And this color is called Varsity Gold, but I mean any yellow works. It don't even have to be yellow. You can make pink sunflowers. And then after the yellow, I'm going to use green, and this is called Spring Green. I knew that, but I just wanted to make sure. Then I'm going to use Spring Green. And then I might use this blue. This is a Pound of Love. And it's called Turquoise. I might use this blue. I just think it would go well with the yellow and the green. Last time I made this blanket, my next color was orange. And so the blue, I used orange. And it was a kind of a darkish orange. And I felt like it just gave the blanket a dark look. Which I don't know if this falls in with fall colors or not, but I'm just going with what I like. And you do the same. What are your projects? If you make this project or any other project, use the colors you like. And then I'm thinking after that blue, I may use purple. And this is a Mainstay purple. And it is called, no, it's probably just called purple. Actually, there's a sticker over the color. There's a sticker over the color, so I can't really tell, but it's purple. It's pretty purple, and I think it will complement these colors well. And then I'm going to pick a neutral color to border each blanket. I'm not bordering the blankets in a granny stitch. I'm doing a special border on the edges, and then I'll connect those edges together, and then I'll need, you know, whatever color I use for that, I'll use to go around the whole blanket. So I don't know what color that is yet. I kind of looked in my yarn room and I didn't see like a tan, because I was thinking tan, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I could use gray or tan, I think. Or I could use orange. I don't know. I'll just wait and see. I didn't see a tan, and that's kind of what I would have went with. And then I decided, well, I wasn't going to decide on the color. I decided not to decide on a color just yet. And that way I can, once I get them made together, I can see and decide what color complements mine. Now, this isn't necessarily a crochet along. This is just what I'm doing for the month of November. And if you want to join in and make this blanket also, you can go right ahead, decide how many squares you want to make, and make your circles. Like I said, I'm doing 24. That would be 6 across and 6 down. And after I make that, if I decide it's not big enough, I can always add some more. I got all month. I got the rest of my life. And so I'm going to put my yarn back in my bag here to keep it clean and away from animals. And I'm storing my yarn that I'm using in my sunflower bag that someone sent me. I appreciate that so much. And it was perfect for this project, right? And what else was I gonna say? Oh, if you decide you want to make a sunflower blanket like this, use any colors you have. Like I said, you can make pink sunflowers. You can make blue sunflowers for all, you know, it's your blanket. You make the colors you want. You don't have to use the same shades or colors or whatever that I'm using. Just do your own. All right, so let's go to my desk and we're going to make the center of the circle, of the square, which is a circle. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me at my desk. Now, I will say, normally I always use a 6mm hook for blankets and projects that I want to be drapey and stuff. At this moment, I have no idea what size hook I used to make these circles. When I gathered up my stuff to take to the table to record the first part of this video, there was not a 6mm hook on my desk. I don't know what I used. I mean, it should have been a 6mm hook on my desk. So I got this 6mm and I stuck it in my strap here, and we're going to see if that is the right size. If not, I'll have to play around with the sizes that was on my desk and figure out what size I'm using. Although I do want to use a 6mm hook, but I don't want to redo all those circles. So let's see. Alright, so I put a slip knot on my hook and I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to come in a little bit closer. Okay, so I chained 4, and then I'm going to go into that first chain, slip into it, the one that's next to the slip knot, grab my yarn and pull it through, and then pull it through the loop that's on my hook. Okay, so now I need to start my 12 double crochets in the center of this little mess right here where you can't see the center. So I'm going to chain 3, and that's going to count as my first double crochet, And I'm going to yarn over to do a double crochet. And I'm just going to make a center right down in here and go through, grab my yarn, pull it up, and make that double crochet. Pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So that's 2 double crochets so far. So I'm just going to yarn over, and I'm going to go in that same little hole that I made. That's now my center on this. And that's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And you may need to stop about here and kind of grab your double crochets over here and grab your double crochets over here and kind of pull them apart to give you a little bit more room right here in the middle. So that was, I believe that was 10, 11, and 12. Now, I'm not a big counter when it comes to my crocheting. Surprise, surprise. But I am going to count this, and I do count things that matter. Like if you don't start the project with the right amount, then your project's not going to work. So I'm going to count and make sure I have 12 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 is that chain 3. So I'm going to go into the top of that chain 3. And so I'm just slip stitching, pulling the yarn through, pulling the yarn through the loop on my hook, and that is my 12 double crochets. And so that's all I'm doing right now, is just making these circles. It's something mindless that I can do right now and not have to think. But look, let's see if these are the same size. Oh, they are, or close enough anyway. I think they're the same size. Yeah, that's the same size. So I must have used a 6mm hook, and I must have put that 6mm hook up. And that is a shocker right there, because I don't ever put my hooks up. There's just always, like, you know, there's yarn and hooks. Whatever I've been using is usually right here. And so when I went to gather up my stuff, there wasn't a 6mm hook anywhere. And I was like, what? What hook did I use? But I must have used a 6. So, yeah, there we go. So, I'm making 24 of these, and I'll be back to let you know my progress and how things are going. And friends, I want to say thank you for joining me today. I know there's lots of videos out there that you can click on, and I appreciate you clicking on my video and taking a chance on me and just joining my video, visiting with me for a little bit. So anyway, I'm going to work on my 24 circles using a J hook, which is a 6mm hook, and I'll be back to let you know my progress throughout this month. That's what I'm doing. Now keep in mind, I am having surgery next Tuesday on the 7th, and I'm told by someone, well, one of you, that I'm not going to feel like crocheting after that. After like the day of, and you know, the next day we'll be traveling home that evening. I will have to stay in the hospital 24 hours from the time the pain pump is put in. So I'll have to be there that morning for, you know, early morning surgery, and, you know, sit in the curtain room and all that kind of stuff. And then whenever they, you know, actually put this pump in, I do have to stay in the hospital 24 hours before I'm released. And then we will come home, and hopefully recovery will go well. Let's all just say prayers for that and cross our fingers. Cross your fingers if you have any. The recovery goes really well. Big Daddy will be off work Tuesday to take me over there, and he'll spend the night there with me, and then Wednesday to, you know, bring me home. But then he'll have to go back to work Thursday, so I hope that I'm able to function and do what I need to do. But I'll keep you guys updated. And then the next Wednesday, I have to be over there for an infusion. I'm starting back infusions for all these autoimmune diseases that I'm carrying around with me. That I wish I could lay down somewhere. But anyway, I'm going for that. And this time, she could never get the insurance to cover the infusion medication. So she went through the company, and the company is sponsoring it. So I don't know a lot of details on that. That's just what the lady who called to tell me what day my infusion was on. I think she said I'll have to go like the 15th and then the 28th or 29th. So I'll go twice back to back, and then we'll start the infusions. I mean, we do the infusions those days too, but then it will stretch out and be like monthly or whatever. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's what we're doing. Here comes Sassy. Traffic. Go on. Move along. Move along. All right, guys. So I'm going to let you all get going, and I'm going to go work on some circles and try to muster up the energy to actually get dressed and get in the car and go to the post office. But I have a feeling it might be tomorrow when Big Daddy can help me do that, because that is a lot on me. So here we go. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet, friends. I love you all. I appreciate you being here. Thanks. Bye-bye.